What's up guys, welcome to Munchkin's Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkin's logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and welcome back to another versus / storytime video. In this video we are going to talk about the second Lufenia fight, which is going to be 8's Lost Chapter. And then after that we'll do a little bit of story time as well. So let's talk about the fight itself. So basically, this fight, I wouldn't say it's all that difficult as long as you have the right characters, but I suppose all fights are like that. But the key here is to counter. Galuf is probably one of the best ones to actually use. However, he does not counter magic-based attacks. So if the bosses actually use magic attacks while they have their Lufenia orbs up, basically Galuf will not be able to counter. So the best way to deal with this is actually if you have 8 himself. It just makes it so much easier. Because with Galuf you're relying on the bosses actually using physical attacks, which is not bad. I mean, they do it quite often enough, and basically you know, I got one pretty close call where the Lufenia orb went down to 1, and thank God that, you know, I have Cater here as well. Cater is sort of like my backup for counter, because she can counter both magic and physical attacks, so she's actually a pretty good option. The team that I have here is not really optimized, right? I have Warrior of Light, I have Cater, and I have Galuf. So Warrior of Light and Galuf are both tanks in their own respective ways, so it's not ideal. And Cater needs to be targeted for her to counter as well, so, you know, Warrior of Light has a provoke now as well. I mean, a multi-provoke, so it doesn't help that they keep targeting Warrior of Light, where you want them to target Cater so she can counter. But I think the Lufenia is forgiving enough that you can actually use this party composition. Yeah. Other than that, the only reason why I really brought Warrior of Light here is just for in case I get HP attack. You know, in the off chance, at least I have you know, that shield that reduces damage to 0 as long as you have the shield up. So other than that, I think I would have probably switched Warrior of Light to someone else, because in my head when I read this, I thought the Lufenia orbs counter will only go up by 1 every time you counter. That's why I brought 2 characters that can counter. I obviously did not get 8's EX nor his LD with the free pull. That's why he's not featured in this video. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, does it only go up once? One at a time, like 1 tick? That's not very forgiving. But then I found out, obviously throughout the fight, that it actually goes back up to 10 every time you counter. So you actually don't need this too many tanks or you know, evasion, counter. You can bring someone else. Other than that, I know my run wasn't optimized, and it actually took longer than it should have, because I obviously didn't have a very strong DPS team to go along with this. So yeah, probably could have done a little bit better. Also, the Lufenia orbs do disappear whenever they use triple. So yeah, you just have to make sure they get their turn or turns and not delay them too much. I know Quistis is actually featured in this. She's a synergy character, but I wouldn't really recommend like pushing them so much. But at the same time, when they don't have the orbs up, that's the time when you can actually delay them. So there's still some space for delayers. It's just that it's very limited. You're limiting yourself in that. And honestly, if you have Galuf here, I think the chances of you dying is pretty low. You don't need anyone else. I think Bosch can sort of do okay as well as a tank, but obviously he doesn't counter. So I think Galuf sort of kind of cheesed this in a small way. Other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about in terms of the fight. I didn't really have any issues. I just felt like it was long. It took me about like nearly 27 minutes in order to beat this fight. Obviously you guys are seeing a much faster, I've made sure to move it faster so it doesn't stretch that long. But yeah, I think it's a pretty forgiving Lufenia overall. You just need to really know what the mechanics are, and that's what Lufenias are. It's basically knowing the mechanic and being able to understand what you have to do in order for you to clear the fight. It's not just attack like it used to be. You have to understand that sometimes the bosses need their turns, and you do have to survive those turns. So yeah, that's all I can tell you about the fight itself. Okay, so now that we've talked about the fight, let's talk about story time. So what's the story time for this time around? Well, actually, if you haven't been following me on Twitter, I have been playing the JP version of the game and I've been enjoying it. Excuse me, I wouldn't say I'm the luckiest person, but I have been able to at least clear Act 1 Chapter 9, I think, up to Chapter 9. I'm still working on the lost chapters, working a lot on getting the resources from events. I missed out on quite a few resources because just really not many people doing co-ops, in some certain events. So maybe a lot of people already finished it, and that's why no one actually, does the event anymore. And I have no choice but to go with just for fun, because I don't have all the resources in the world to actually, level up all the characters that are synergy, or at least one of them. I don't have that kind of resource, and obviously you need to be able to beat certain stages, like the EX to get to the EX co-ops, and the Cosmos solo to get to the Cosmos co-op. So those are the things that are some sort of like a barrier for me right now. I have managed to beat a Cosmos fight now, and I did manage to beat a Chaos fight, although I've had to revive twice, but I think the resources that I got from that was worth the 200 gems. So I'm back to the days where actually using, gems to clear Chaos. My team right now consists of Tifa. That's the whole reason why I started to play, because Tifa got her LD and I was really, really curious, and I was on night shift. I'm still on night shift, and I sort of like felt, during my breaks I wasn't doing anything. There wasn't really much on YouTube and stuff, so I decided I would download the game and play it on the down times. And so far, I've been enjoying it, and I'm probably gonna stick for a little while longer and see how long until I get frustrated with the language barrier kind of thing, especially when you're obviously trying to finish like the, right now Lufenia stages and stuff like that. Obviously I have to understand how mechanics work, but I can't read Japanese, so we'll see how long I can last, but I think I'll be able to stay for a little while longer. Like I said, I've been enjoying it, and the other characters that I have right now are obviously I have Squall, and I managed to max out his 15 and 35 CP. I do have his burst. I have Cloud as well. I have his burst in his entire kit, but I obviously haven't max limit broken every single one of his weapon. I do have Lightning's burst as well, believe it or not. I have all their bursts. And on one pull, I had like 2 bursts in one pull, like Squall's and Cloud's burst came on one of my multi-pulls for the starter banner. The only thing I'm missing for Lightning is her EX. And then I decided to pull, I decided to level up Snow because he was part of the Tifa banner, I believe, or one of them. And then I got a lot of his EX as well, so I decided to, you know, level him up. And then I decided to pull on recently the Strago Lost Chapter came out in the JP version, and I decided to pull on it because Ash's LD came along with it. And I decided to pull up to like 10 times. I did 10 multi-pulls and I managed to get her LD, and then I had like 3 copies of El Nacho's burst weapon. And I'm like, this is crazy. I just keep getting burst weapons. And for the love of God, Realm has still been dodging me, even in the JP version of the game. I did not get her EX, and I told myself, that's it. I'm not going over 10 multis because all I'm after is a book, and that book is what I'll use to, you know, EX plus a weapon, and then I'll use that ingots on my Tifa. So didn't really work out. I thought I would get Realm because I really wanted like a support like character, but she just keeps avoiding me, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna take it as a loss. I might still pull on her, but I'm probably gonna use tickets instead. And I did get, like I said, I did get I don't know if I said it actually, but I did get Ash's LD. I got her EX. I got both 15 and 35 CP. I still have maximum limit broken every single of her weapons so far. She's okay. I wouldn't say she's broken in terms of just my personal experience, of course, but my experience is not fully limit broke. You know, Ash, and I don't have all the summon board character ports and stuff like that. So, but if I compared her to Tifa, I mean, Tifa is just crazy good. Tifa's just crazy good. She's been carrying me with all the Cosmos, Cosmos fight at the very least. Yeah, she's freaking awesome and freaking crazy damage output. But yeah, what else can I tell you? I think I did get all of Strago's weapons as well, believe it or not. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. It's a repeat of Global, actually. So anyway, I think I'll end the video right here. Like I said, I am enjoying JP. If you are interested in, like, you know, doing a follow on JP, I do have my ID somewhere. I might leave it down in the description or in the comments below if you want to add me. If you are playing JP, if you can follow me and I'll follow Black, it actually is gonna help me clear a lot of stages faster, because you know, a lot of my friends, so-called friends, I'm the only one following them, and obviously the turn count only lasts for 3 turns. It would really help me if they last for 5 turns, especially if they have a very good if you have a very good support. So yeah, I'll leave it in the comment below, and yeah, we'll see from there. I'll see you guys in JP version as well. Hopefully I do keep at it. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Please do remember to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help the channel, and I really do appreciate all the support that you guys give me. And of course, follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Munchkins Gaming. And of course, leave down in the comments below your team for this fight. It's very important. You're free to choose whoever you want. This is not a challenge quest. You're stuck with a synergy character, and honestly, I have been waiting for this. I mean, you're still stuck sort of in confinement with the mechanics, but you are free to choose a lot of different more characters than a challenge quest, which I'm really happy about. So let me know down in the comments below what your team is for this particular Lufenia fight. This is Munchkins logging off. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next level.